if I said how I really felt I get trolled like there's no tomorrow, but I'm gonna keep it as, actually no, I'm not gonna keep it. I'm gonna be absolutely partial to one of the worst offensive playoff games I've seen from either team. I mean, both teams just sucked tonight. Flat out sucked. But, I mean, all the Heat fans are going to troll. We won without Butler. And, dude, shut up. Shut up. I mean, Collins wasn't healthy. Capella left the game early. Trey's not healthy. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Trey is not healthy. You can rag on me in the comments all day long. I'll never read it. I will never respond to those trolling comments. Trey is injured. Y'all can disagree all day long, but Trey is not healthy. If he was, he'd be driving in the paint. He's nowhere. He is definitely not 100%. Now, was he healthy enough to win the game? Absolutely. But when the Heat double team or triple team him every play and no one else can score, there's not much he can do except for take all the heat from this game. He's going to get all the trash talk even though he can't do anything. When you double Trey and his teammates can't score, what is he supposed to do? What can he do? Absolutely nothing, as we saw tonight. He can't do anything when his teammates can't score. I mean, we absolutely would have won that game had DeAndre Hunter not got fouled out. I mean, PJ Tucker and Gabe Vincent should go to Hollywood for all the flopping they were doing. Actually. Because, man, and whoever called that sixth foul on Hunter, I need his Twitter handle immediately. I don't even have Twitter, but I still need that handle for when I do get it. I mean, I haven't seen anything from the Heat that makes me think that they're going to win anything this year. I mean, the Heat, like I said at the beginning of the series, I'll say it at the end of the series. They are one of the weakest one seeds I've ever seen in my life. Lowry, I don't think he's going to be back. Butler's just not playing. They just rested him. So Butler will be back. I don't see them beating Toronto, and I don't see them beating Philly. I mean, that was the worst offensive series I've ever seen from an NBA team. I mean, the Hawks had the game that we did not win were all horrendous shooting games. All four of those games, I believe we scored less than 100. I've never seen that bad of an offense. In that last play, I don't know who drew that one up, but before we called the timeout, every single one of our players was getting held. Y'all can go back and watch that clip. Every single one of our players was getting held, which I guess Spoelstra teaches that. I don't know. Maybe Markieff Morris gave them a lesson on that. And Markieff Morris holding DeAndre Hunter. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. Oh, actually, I want to talk about that in the comments. I don't think I've ever seen that before. A technical foul because a player from the bench held another player from getting back into the game. I've never seen that before in my life, I don't think. If y'all have, I'd love to hear it. But I have never seen that. I mean, that game was pathetic. Much like most of the series was pathetic. Heat aren't going anywhere. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can write essay-long comments. It will not change my mind. I'm not giving much of any credit to the Heat defense. I mean, it's just we can't shoot. It's got nothing to do with the Heat defense. Nate McMillan does not write up offensive schemes clearly. Game 4 was just him telling the guys to go shoot threes. Whoever has the ball last when the shot clock expires, shoot a 3. That's all it was. That's all it was. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, you would see that kind of scheme in college. But in the NBA, I mean, I'd be A-okay if Nate McMillan gets fired. Now, I'd be fine if he stayed. I'd be fine if he left. Because I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt with Capella being hurt, Collins being maybe 50%, Trey being a little over 50%, and Bogey was out. I completely forgot that Bogey was out tonight. It's just, both teams were riddled by injuries. I mean, this series was just boring. I mean, this has got to be the worst series in this NBA playoffs. This has to be the worst series in the playoffs. Although Celtics next was pretty bad now that I think about it. Celtics did sweep the Nets, so I this was, I can't believe we only lost by 3. As bad of a game as we had, somehow we only lost by 3. DeAndre Hunter, like I said, carried the game in the fourth quarter. The only reason we were even in it in the last minute was because of DeAndre Hunter. But of course, he fouls out with like 50-something seconds left. I would say it was a great season, but that would be a tremendous lie. I hope it's better. Maybe we need to make some moves. Maybe we need to run it back. I need to hear from you Hawks fans in the comment section below. Maybe we should run it back. Maybe we need to trade some guys, cut some guys, restructure contracts. We need to do something. Because whatever that was in those 5 games, I don't ever want to see that again. Except for game 3. I don't want to see any of that. None of that ever again. Thankfully, we didn't get swept. That was my whole goal going into this, was not to get swept. Didn't happen. I was hoping that we would win at least 2 games. But like I said, with Trae Young, he can't do anything when he's in double or triple coverage, and then he dishes off to Herter or Bogey or whoever, and they can't make the threes. I mean, we can't make wide open threes. That's what it is. Just making your threes. If we could do that, we would be one of the top teams in the NBA. But we cannot consistently make threes. If we could do that, like I said, we'd be a top seed. I mean, not a 1 seed, but we'd be one of the top seeds. But, I mean, it's just inconsistency I need all of our guys hit the gym in the offseason, shoot 3 ball after 3 ball after 3 ball after 3 ball. Just you go into the gym, shoot probably like 100 a day. I mean, just go in there and just 3 ball after 3 ball after 3 ball. Just keep shooting them until that form is perfected from wide open range. Because, man, if we would have made wide open threes this year, I'm almost done, I promise. I honestly might go live after this, so stay tuned for that if I do. Haven't decided yet. I might, but I don't know. I'm ranted out, so I might not, but I still might. So stay tuned for that. I can't just. Maybe Nate needs to go. Maybe he doesn't. I'm still pretty pissed off that we traded Cam Reddish, but he would have helped us in this series and for the rest of the regular season for sure. I'm sure glad we got Kevin Knox though. Sure glad we traded him for Reddish to sit on the bench. At some point I would have put in Kevin Knox. You got to try something new. That collapse close to the half, we never recovered from that. We dug ourselves in too deep of a hole, and it was only a 12-point hole, but I mean, when you can't score and most of your players aren't healthy, there's not much you can do. But I'm about rented out for the night. Congrats for the Heat, I guess. Not really, but I mean, they won. If we could make our wide open threes, and if both teams were healthy, probably would have been a better series. It's just, I would love to see a rematch with the Heat next year. With both teams healthy, I think it'd be much better of a series. Now, I don't know who I'm cheering for in the NBA playoffs now. I don't know. Maybe the Suns. I don't really know. Maybe the Pelicans. I'll pick a team at some point to root for in the playoffs. Dang sure won't be the Heat. It won't be any team from the East. I can guarantee you that. It will not be a team from the East. That is for sure. Maybe the Celtics, but no one else. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Go Hawks. See y'all next year.